heavier shading on this side, just because that's what I decided. And then bring that in there. And don't worry, we're going to blend all this out. I know it looks crazy right now. While we're here, yeah, we're just going to do that. And then I'm going to take off some of the product over here on the side. I really don't want to work with any more product. I'm going to start blending it out. So I'm going to go over what we already put down and then blend it out. This is what's beautiful. Whenever you use like pencils and stuff like that, you'll either have to use a blender or you have to use another color, the next like a medium and then a dark, and then use a medium to blend it out if you used pencils. But here, all you have to do is just rub it. And it just blends out like that. And sorry, you guys, but I'm going to have to move my work around and around. Just a second. Let me come out a little bit because I got to move my work around. Don't worry, I'm going to get myself back into frame. Okay. Okay. Love it. Okay. And I know I'm not as close up as I was a second ago, but we'll get back. I'll do a close-up again here. It's just that I have to be able to turn my work around and around here, so I'm at the right level. And I'm going to erase it. I put a little bit underneath her eye, a little more than I want to. And the reason I'm erasing some of that under her eye is because I'm going to put some really deep eyeshadow there. Like a really smoky look, so that's why. That's why. Okay. There we go. Don't worry, I have my mirror right here so I can keep looking every time I go around, make sure I'm in frame. Look how pretty she looks already. All right. With all the shading. All right, let's move it up a little bit and we'll go ahead and do her stomach and her arms. And I was almost thinking about not going through like how I colored her up, but then I had quite a few people saying, I really want to know how you colored her up. So I thought, okay, I better do it. Some people are going to be perturbed with me. Like, girl, we want to see that part. I'm like, okay. Okay. Wipe off the excess so I can start blending. Make sure that I'm in frame, or that you guys are seeing. Yes, you are. And up here on her neck, I'm just going to remove a little bit so I can leave a little bit of more highlight right there. Isn't that just a beautiful thing? I mean, it blends right out. That's one thing I love about it. And on top of that, if you just color a little bit something you don't like, or something you don't like at all, you can just erase it with an eraser. That's awesome. And then I'm just going to blend out here on the hands a little bit. Okay. And like on our hand here, it was getting a little bit crazy. So let's just remove a little bit right there. Such a small little area, her hand. But remove a little bit right there for the highlight in the middle. There we go. All right, let's bring this back around. Okay. Sorry, you guys, if I'm getting a little bit quiet on you. I'm just focusing a little bit. There we go. All right, so now we have the stomach done and arms and the legs. Is this a beautiful? I just think it's a very, very pretty, rich, deep skin tone. Okay, a nice woman of color. Okay, next, keep those in case you need those. Well, I'm gonna use. I have 3 different palettes. You know I love these palettes. It's like my makeup palettes that I have in my makeup area, but in my little makeup area, but. It's not. It's art supplies. Okay, so next I'm gonna take pencil. This is mixed media, so we're gonna be doing all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna use a Prismacolor pencil. I'm going to use this dark umber, and I want to go deeper. So we've done some shading, which looks gorgeous, but we're gonna go even deeper with the shading. So I need to put my glasses on. My readers. Okay. You guys, I'm going to try to pay attention to the time because now I've almost been on for an hour between the last video and this one. And that's the amount of battery that my phone holds is an hour. So I'll try to keep make sure. I'm going to let you guys know if my camera's about to go off. But if it does, just go to the next part. Okay. So right here in the little crux of the eye, I did go a little deeper right in through here. And then I'm just going right around a little bit and then all the way down here. And then the same thing over here. And I'm really deepening it up right here in the hairline. Okay. And then underneath the eye, just in the corner of it. Getting it pretty deep. And I'm real close to the line, like the black line that I used to outline her in. I'm real close to that and just come out just a little bit from it. Okay. There we go. And let's go ahead and do the neck. And in the neck area, right in this little crevice right there, I'm really getting nice and deep with my pencil. And I'm using a Prismacolor pencil. Any type of pencil that blends is what you want to use. That you can blend out. They sell Prismacolor pencils, like a pack of like between 40 and 50 of them at Sam's Club. And they come in a nice little metal tin. And they're the Prismacolor Premieres. So that's a nice way to get yourself a nice set of like somewhere between 40 and 50. I can't remember how many there was exactly, something like that. Okay. And then let's just go down here and do the stomach too. We're going to blend it out, so don't worry. Don't fret. Some people are like, are you going to blend that out? Heck yeah. And it blends out. What's nice is you can put this right over these pastels, and it blends out just perfectly from the pastels. It blends perfectly into the pastels. It's pretty cool. I didn't know if that would all work. You know, you're putting products on top of products, but it works great. So I was like, okay. Okay then. Okay, so let's go back now. Come back up to the face and the neck. There we go. All right, so we're gonna need to get our blender pencil out and let's blend out. Blender pencils, I always talk about these, but you can get them at Blick's, like Blick. We have a art supply store here called Blick's, and a lot of people do. You get them at Blick's. You can also get them at Michael's, and they sell them in a pack of 2 at Michael's. And whatever their off-brand of pencils are, they sell of their colored pencils. They sell these 2 in a pack for like, I don't know, $2 or $3, and they're probably $1.50 if you buy the Blick's. So just to let you guys know. Because what I like to do is I like to use my blender to blend out my pencil. You're going to see me using this blender this whole time. If I use a pencil, I'm using a blender. And some people are against blenders. You'll hear them, and they like to use their pencil, real light strokes over and over and over and over and over. I'd rather stab myself in the eye with a knife. Just kidding. It does drive me nuts, though. Like, I'm always impressed when I see people who can just sit there with that pencil. I really am impressed because they got the patience of gold. Be able to sit there with that pencil and just go over real light, and just keep going over layer after layer. I like to put that on like a medium heavy layer and blend it out. Done. But that's me. Okay. Okay. I'm wearing readers right now because I need to kind of see up close. But sometimes when you take your readers off for a second to see how things look too, because sometimes you're looking at it actually too close when you have a pair of readers on. If you're doing stuff like this. Okay, I'm bringing her back. I'm taking her face away for a second so we can. Put this pencil in here. I kind of like to go over the pencil a little bit and then blend it out. Kind of go over the pencil a little bit just to loosen it up a little bit. And then blend it out. And then, did we put any pencil there? I don't know if I did or not. It doesn't look like it. I don't think I did. Oh shoot, I just did the wrong color. Okay, and then we're going to do the hands. Love it. Okay. Ooh, I'm loving this. Such good shading and depth and tone to the skin. I love it. Makes me very excited. Okay. You guys are like, okay, you are a super nerd. Okay. We got about 5 more minutes on this video, you guys. So if it does turn off, head to the next one. We got about 5 more minutes. We're going to do a few more things. Now, there's a pencil. Okay, let me tell you the colors I used as far as pencil. What did I do first? Okay, I went in with dark umber. Okay, that's what I did first around for that shading. And then now what I'm going to use is I'm going to use Tuscan Red. And the Tuscan Red is, you know, the black line. I'm just going to trace over that black line with Tuscan Red. It's like a deep wine color red that has a lot of brown in it. And what it does is, I learned this trick, and I can't tell you who I learned it from years ago, watching somebody. And it adds a little bit of like the blood back to the face. You can't really see it a lot, but it does it. It just adds like the blood back into like the skin. And I love it. And I stopped doing it for a little while, and then I'm like, you know what, you need to do that again. I got a little bit of red onto the clothing. And any lines you get out the side of, outside of this, you can just erase your way. Sorry about my head being in the way. Okay. So now let's go back up to the face. And before this camera turns off, let's go ahead. So we got the skin. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Love it. Let me show you. Let's do some cheeks really quick. I'm going to show you something you can do for cheeks really quickly. She also has another product, and I think she still sells this at Michael's. If not, you can also use the pastels. Any of these colors for the pastels for the cheeks, okay? But I'm going to show you another one. She has another cream pastel. This is a cream pastel, and I absolutely love it. It's real creamy, like a lipstick almost. This is what it looks like. It's in this little tin. I've had it forever. It takes forever to use. And this color right here with this tawny type of coloring looks so good for blush. So we're going to take a little bit. Starting up here at the top in the corner and come out and put some blush on her. The other thing, like I said, you can use for blush that works really nice is are these pastels, which we're going to use for eyeshadow. I use those for blush also. What's nice about these creamy pastels and or these pastels, they just go on like butter. You're not having to fight things. Like if you were to use acrylics to do all this, oh my gosh, you're fighting. And I kind of like this more than watercoloring a face. Watercoloring a face can be beautiful too. It just pours and spreads out. And I kind of like the control that I have more with stuff like this. But then I love that watercolor look too, because I can do a face with watercolors. I think it's pretty too. But I do like this more. I like the sense of control. The sense of I know if I put that there, it's going to be there. Anyway. Okay, so look how gorgeous that is for the cheeks. Love it. Okay, so that's this right here. Jane Davenport. And I think she still has that, I hope. And you want the cream pastels, not this one. This is more of a chalky pastel, kind of like the... But they're a different pastel than these even. These are a little bit more chalkier, but they're nice. I haven't really used them. That's a shame. I need to use those. Okay, we're going to use that. That's going to be a goal. Okay. The amount of art supplies I have is ridiculous. All right, before we go, I'm going to use some watercolors now. I'm going to use these. You can also get at Michael's still, I believe. It's her one that looks like this Robin's Egg Blue, which I love. It's my favorite set of colors that she has. And look, it's well used and well loved. Those are the colors. All right, we're going to do one purple eye and one green eye. I love that. I saw Jane Davenport do that to a girl, and I do it almost on every girl. So we're going to use this green right here. I think it's called Grasshopper, and we're going to use that purple. Or I think it's called Jiminy Cricket. I don't know. I call it Jiminy Cricket. I love that color. And you don't need very much on your brush. In fact, most of the time I put too much. Yeah, I usually have to dab some off. The reason I like to put a watercolor base on, we're going to shade her eyes with pencil. But this gives you a nice, beautiful base, and it makes the eye look like it's like it's really water. Like, look at her eyes. See? It makes them look like how eyes look. Eyes look like, you know, glassy, watery. Okay. This is the last thing we're doing. So if the camera turns off, just head to the next video. Or wait till I get to the next video. If I don't have a chance to say goodbye. Beautiful. Do I need to? Yeah, I need to move a little bit of that. Gorgeous. So now the next step with these eyes will be pencil. We'll use the Prismacolor pencils again, and I'll show you how to shade the eyeballs, so that, or her eyes. I say eyeballs, her eyes, so it really brings out her eyes. We'll put catch lights. We'll reline her eyes with eyeliner. We'll shade. Oh, we're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff to the eyes. The eyes will take us a minute. So that's where we're at right now, you guys. I'm gonna end this video here. When we come back, so that's where we're at. When we come back, we'll finish up the face. Her skin is done. We've already done the skin, like this, you know, her stomach and her arms. So that's done. Well, we had to add some highlights in. But when we come back, we will finish up her face, her eyes, her lips. We will touch on the hair, how I do the hair. We'll touch on how I do the mermaid tail. And then that should finish up this whole series, okay? Let me know. Are you guys going to try this out? Are you guys going to try to color a girl using some of these techniques? Are you going to use some of these techniques and make a magical mermaid world like this? Just comment below and let me know. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give this video a thumbs up. If you don't have time to make a comment or answer the question I asked you, please just leave a thumbs up, because that really helps in the, you know, getting your video notice. I totally would appreciate that, you guys, so much, so we can grow our community, okay? All right, you guys, that's it. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.